A 16-year-old girl in Florida has been arrested and is facing federal charges because of a science experiment gone wrong. Now, this student is from Polk County schools in Florida specifically, and she put some household chemicals into a water bottle to see what would happen. Now, she was on campus and she was thinking that this would result into some smoke, but it actually exploded. Now, the explosion did not cause any property damage. No one got hurt. She didn't leave the water bottle and walk away. This wasn't like a terrorist attempt. It was just a science project gone wrong. However, it doesn't matter. She has been charged with possession, discharge of a weapon on school property, and discharging a destructive device. Now, that's the student that is facing these charges.
How dare you do your homework assignment and do an actual experiment? Look, you know why I never did experiments in chemistry class? Because I was afraid I would blow things up because I didn't know what I was doing. I wasn't paying attention. I would let my partner do something. You see, I shouldn't have been rewarded. She should have been rewarded. Yeah. Our chemistry professor, and he was a teacher in high school, obviously, right? But he was a doctor of chemistry, right? You can tell how little I know because I'm like, is doctor of chemistry the right thing? PhD in chemistry, thank you. God, how stupid am I with science? All right, anyway, he loved going around, Dr. Kimmel, okay? And I'm naming him because I liked him, right? And he'd do experiments, he'd bring us out into the yard where things would blow up and they would catch on fire. And he'd walk around and he'd strut around. He was a small guy, but he'd strut around when he got into his chemistry experiment. And he'd be like, whoosh, and he'd get more flames and he'd be like, ah. Like now I guess he should be arrested, right?
Yeah.
And by the way, sometimes, I mean, I love you, Doc, but he'd screw up the experiment a little bit and get a little out of control. He'd be like, okay, now everybody hold on, I gotta put this thing out, right? Okay. Now we're arresting people for it as a student who was trying hard to do the right thing?
Now, the student is Kiera Wilmot, and the principal of the school thinks this is absolutely ridiculous. He says that she has been an exemplary student and that she had a very bright future ahead of her, but now the school has been forced to expel her, and who knows what's going to happen to her in the future now. This is a student who had intellectual curiosity, and of course, our police state comes in and stomps on it, right? Oftentimes we talk about, oh, why don't Americans have intellectual curiosity? It's because we're encouraged not to.
Yeah, this is outrageous. I mean, look, there's got to be some sort of movement effort to make sure that they expunge the arrest, that they put her back in school. I mean, to take a bright young woman who was actually trying hard and to snuff out her educational pursuits and to throw her out of school, it's beyond outrageous. And how's this for one final irony? You know, the West Texas plant, the fertilizer plant, exploded, killed how many people? Was it about 16 people or so? I think around over 150 injured, blew up a school, a nursing home nearby, all those homes, etc. The owner of the plant, which, by the way, had stored, I believe, over 100 times the amount allowed of fertilizer and explosive material in there. Gross violation of regulations, safety regulations that apparently were necessary. Not arrested. That giant explosion, the guy who was negligent and caused it, not arrested. This young student trying to do a chemistry experiment, arrested. And look, this isn't about just overzealousness of the police state. It isn't, I don't know if there's a racial thing here or not. What it is power versus powerless. If you're powerful, you can blow up any fertilizer plant you like. People die, all those people get injured. Oh, it was just an accident. If you're not powerful and you were trying to do the right thing, you're doing an experiment, something went a little wrong, you're under arrest, you're expelled, get out of here. That's how this country, unfortunately, has developed into working. We gotta fix it, man. They're crushing us.
Yeah, they are crushing us, and this is a perfect example of the school to prison pipeline, where minority kids are being taken from schools and they're being put in the prison system because of ridiculous offenses like this. It was a mistake. It was a science project gone wrong. I feel so sick to my stomach for this girl. I mean, she had a bright future ahead of her. Who knows what's gonna happen to her now? No, we need to raise awareness about this kind of stuff. This is freaking ridiculous.